Dear brothers of Earth, I am Ashtar Sheran. I'm going to start the process here today, just congratulating every inhabitant of this planet, even those who have no awareness of what is happening. Congratulating for what? Congratulating you on the victory of the light, on the entry into the new era, on the entry into the new world, on the journey towards the fifth dimension. Imagine the following scene, as if your planet were a human being, who had legs. A long staircase unfolds ahead. At the top of this ladder, the vibrational frequency necessary for the fifth dimension. So every day, your planet goes up one step. How many steps are left is not important. This ladder shrinks and stretches as the planet's consciousness is raised or not. If consciousness remains at low levels, the ladder stretches. If consciousness rises and an entire energetic frequency is reached, the ladder shrinks. So there is no exact determination of when the planet will get up there, can arrive at any time. The ladder has a limit to stretch. If it is stretched to the limit, the planet will have to climb to the last step, and it will no longer stretch. As much as many of you no longer believe in anything, you are totally in disbelief in everything that has always been said, in everything that has always been, in a certain way, promised. I just have to say, not just me but all of us who are here, that we who are on the other side of the veil perfectly understand your feelings. We know that it is not easy, just believing in a supposed new world, in a supposed elevation, in a supposed improvement. But this is the big lesson, trusting without seeing, believing without seeing. What is it worth at this moment? The feeling. This is the great process that you have to live the feeling. For some, this feeling is very exacerbated, for others there is no feeling. So how will you believe? Only in words, only in promises. So I can say that this depends a lot on each person's soul. Many souls who are here know exactly what they are going through, because they already knew exactly what they were going to experience here. And they are the ones who are leading this whole process, they are the ones who are leading the others, to raise the frequency of the planet. Those who doubt, who wake up every day saying that nothing happened and possibly nothing will happen, are not an evolved soul. It is a soul that is trying to find its place in this whole movement, but has not yet managed to have the necessary frequency in its heart to believe without seeing. Today at this moment, there is no going back on anything. Yes, a lot is still happening, it is. Have all the dark ones been defeated? No, not yet. But as you can see, and I think you can see this, nothing is happening on your planet. We are taking great care so that they do not do anything against you. Are you seeing this? No. There are those who see, who know, who even participate in this entire battle, but the vast majority do not. So at this point, I just tell you the following, it is no longer our place here to try to prove anything to you. We know what we are doing, we know what we have been doing all this time, we know the battles we have won, we know the battles we are still fighting, and possibly will still fight. We don't expect glory, we don't expect you to recognize anything. This feeling does not exist on our part, we are doing what was determined by our greatest leader, Sananda. We owe him total understanding, we owe total obedience to his orders. So we are not concerned here with whether you are believing or not believing. We are playing our role, we are fulfilling our mission. The only thing I have to add to all this, as he himself says and preaches, everything you are sowing you will reap. So every time you doubt, yes you just, you put a little more delay in the whole process. Because the energy of doubt is very powerful. What is doubt? Doubt is the lack of faith, it is disbelief. So it's not a good feeling and it has a very high quantum of energy. So if you still don't believe, make sure you're helping, so that ladder becomes more and more each day. So this message is specifically for those who don't believe in anything, for those especially who doubt that something is happening. Those who believe, who are following the path of light, will not wait here for you. In a while, everyone will leave and you will be left here alone. So which path should you follow? Continue in doubt, continue in disbelief? Or try to see that everything is changing, or try to go deeper and try to feel in your heart what is happening around you? You do not feel, you will only feel it when you believe it. You will evolve when you believe. You will feel, hear, see, according to your gifts, when you believe. But you have free will, the choice is yours and so is the harvest, as Sananda says. So for those who believe today, with a deeply joyful heart, with each step that is taken, continue believing, because for you the door, the top of that ladder is very close, you will go ahead. So continue the journey, do not let yourself be carried away by those who try at any and all costs to reduce what is being done or simply to put doubts in your mind. Remember, what doubt is. So don't regret believing without seeing. Do not regret building this path, changing, raising your consciousness. Don't regret it. Don't wonder if it's worth it, because that's where the doubt lies. Those who are following this path know that they are evolving, because they feel it. You don't see it, but you feel it. Some see and believe even more in what is happening. So this message is a normal message, it is not a message of hope. Hope for what? You know what's ahead, it's not hope, it's certainty. It's not a bad news message, because you know everything is happening. I just tell you, don't get carried away by what's happening in your world. Some things we planned didn't turn out the way we wanted, why? Because it is your free will that controls everything. We don't impose anything. Then it's like that ladder stretches again. But don't worry, we have a solution for everything. Don't think they won, because they don't win anything else. And now you just have to continue the journey, without looking back. Those who are awake, continue the walk, don't look back. Just keep believing, that you feel, deep down in your souls. And more you are moved closer, to that top of the stairs. You will go first. Those who don't believe, don't want to believe, and those who doubt, have a long way to go. So at least start walking, because simply sitting and paying to see it could be a very high price. But the decisions are yours. You have free will, use it as you please, and the more you doubt and disbelieve, the longer this ladder will be. Until a point will come, because the planet continues to rise. There may be more steps, but the planet continues to rise. And as the planet rises, its frequencies increase. And those whose frequency is no longer compatible with that of the planet will certainly leave. The planet is not standing still, waiting for anyone. Every day he climbs a step. The choice is of each one. Don't let anyone delay you. It has been said and repeated many times that no one will be forgotten. So don't be late for anyone. This is also a point to trust. Walk forward, don't look back, because you are also climbing that ladder. And the time may come when you won't even know it, but you will reach the top of it and everything will be left behind, you will ascend. It's not a time for selfishness, it's a time to take care of yourself. Your souls have been waiting for this for a long time, don't disappoint them. So walk forward and don't look back. Nothing stands still. Always think about the ladder, the planet goes up every day. This is irreversible, nothing can stop the planet's rise, nothing. And there is a limit to how long the ladder can stretch, it depends solely on you. Do what has to be done. Believe, feel in your hearts, what each one of us says to you. Listen to other messages and you will see that they all say the same thing. It is in the hands of each one of you what you want on your path. So I quote Sananda again, what each person plants now, they will reap later.